Did you know that 1 in 4 people watching this video has already skipped what I just said or is about to skip? Well, if that was you, please don't. I would appreciate if you could just listen to me for a second. But anyways, why is it important to actually improve our shotgun aim? And now the reason we need to have a fine detailed shotgun aim is because I would say about 80% of battles actually come down to a short ranged fight, and the best known gun for up close engagements is of course a shotgun. So therefore, if you watch the whole video, you'll start winning 80% more gunfights. But hey, we actually do things differently on the Woods channel, so individuals can actually request their own video that they would like dedicated to them, so you can get your own personal tip video made for you. So this video is actually dedicated to this lucky guy in the comments. And all you gotta do to request your own tip video is subscribe to my channel, put on notifications, and be early on a video and request it so I can see it. Also, we're on the road to 90,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out, that would be awesome. And let's set a like goal of 500 likes on today's video. That would be pretty gangster. So like the video, it takes literally a second. But anyways guys, I don't think we should waste any more time and hop straight into the tips. Alrighty, so the first one is actually using our left stick to aim and being efficient with walk shots, I like to call them. And now a lot of people may be confused about this and think, why the hell am I using a walking stick to actually aim? So basically how it works in Fortnite, everyone knows, is the right stick you have to flick around to actually move your analog and stuff like that. However, we're actually going to be using the movement of our character to make our aim a bit more fine-tuned and hit a lot more shots. Now a lot of people on console experience this thing called input delay, and sometimes when flicking you can over flick and you can't always hit the person you're aiming at. But the left stick is way more fine-tuned and it can make way more smaller decisions. So when approaching someone, move left to right and strafe with your left stick, moving your body, and this can help hit your shots rather than having to flick to them. Instead, you can go ahead and move over to them much slower. So it basically acts as a version of slowing down your aim as you move across, rather than having to over flick, because a lot of people like to have a fast sensitivity for building and editing and whatnot, and then using our left stick obviously is quite slow, so it's a different way to actually move our aim without having to have it too low or anything like that. It's kind of just a perfect sense you guys can all use, and it's the same for everyone. Plus, it also never changes, so you'll definitely got to get used to it and be able to fine-tune your aim with this. But anyways, moving on to the next tip. Okay, so this next one might sound a bit weird, but it's actually using editing to our advantage to actually line up our shots. And now you guys may think I'm crazy by saying this, how editing can actually improve our aim and shotgun aim. Well, actually we can use it to our advantage, because when you go to edit a wall, you can actually sometimes edit it and actually end up looking the complete wrong way before you flick. So you actually want to be editing the wall in a motion that actually leaves you ready to shoot the enemy as soon as you flick. So in this situation, I was on the right hand side and had to flick over, and now by me flicking actually gives me less chance of hitting my opponent, but if I finish the edit right on top of the person's head, then as soon as I end it, I can shoot at them and get a nice headshot. So this is just a thing you might have to think about and prepare, and just change around some edits. For example, one of the wall edits, you might want to change it so that you actually go downwards rather than up, or go side the different way, you know, you might be editing and usually. In this clip here, I edit upwards and I have to flick down. Instead, I change it so I edit down and I can just be standing still and hit the nice shot with a strafe. Now, once again, with the door edit, editing downwards is bad, but instead if you edit up, then you can actually already be landed on the guy's head, and it makes for a nice edit, and it makes for a smooth transition into shooting them in the head with your shotgun. So definitely improve your finishes on your editing. Okay, so far in this video, the tips were alright, but there's no point in having them if you can't practice your aim on a duel map. Now, what a duel map is it basically is a box that you and your friend can jump into and just spray at each other with a shotgun, SMG, no matter what it be. It's just basically a really good way for in-game and Fortnite, not having to use any third-party applications, to just train your aim. Now, it may look easy and simple, but trust me, I actually miss a lot of shots in this sped up footage. And now this can actually help you lead to getting more headshots, because of course in this fight, for example, I can't just be hitting body shots, I need to be hitting headshots. So you can practice your aim. I'll throw up a picture on screen right now of the code. You can put it into your own creative map and use it, but definitely don't go anywhere just yet, because there's definitely some more actual techniques and tips you can pick up to improve your aim even more. So yeah, when you're in sort of these situations and you're up close with an enemy, all you want to be doing is focusing on hitting headshots. Now, by using these aim duel maps, it will actually force you to hit more headshots because you're both racing to kill each other. Now, basically, it rewards whoever can hit more headshots to actually win the game mode. And everyone already knows that hitting a headshot with a shotgun is very vital, and if you can hit those 100 pumps by practicing on this map, then that will mean you'll be more successful gunfights and you'll win a lot more shotgun up close encounters. So I definitely recommend trying out that game mode, but let's move on to some more tips and techniques. Now of course in a shotgun battle you're going to be wanting as many advantages as possible, so that's why I'm going to be teaching you how to abuse the right hand peek mechanic in the game. Now everyone already knows that you look over your right shoulder in Fortnite. You may not know that, but you're actually peeking over your right shoulder, of course. So when it comes to a shotgun battle, you always never want to be at the left side of something where you can't see around it fully. For example here, I can't really flick around this wall too good, and I end up just shooting the wall and scuffing a lot of my shots. Now what this can lead to, if you ever find yourself having a left sort of window peek or a door peek, or even if it's just around a corner, you want to reset yourself from the shotgun fight. It might sound like a coward move to run away from the fight, but sometimes resetting a fight can be good just so you can get out of the way so you can reset it and then have the odds in your favor. What I'm trying to say here by having odds in your favor is to have some sort of a right hand side peek so you can actually abuse it to only be able to hit your shots and they won't be able to hit you back. So for example here, I can just peek around the corner and shoot them, but using this left seat over this Dorito edit, I can barely hit him. But with the right peek, I can see right over and I can hit so many headshots on the bot, it's unbelievable. So guys, definitely make sure to run away from a fight sometimes, reset the fight, and make sure that you're peeking on the right hand side of a door, wall, whatever it be, stay protected, and then peek out and then line up your headshot shot. You want to be behind the wall and just line it up so as soon as you come out of cover, you can shoot them. Okay, so depending on how new you are to gaming, you may not know which is better, strafing or jumping. Now, of course, I can't deny jumping is a very good way to actually avoid shots and you won't get hit as much. However, the problem is with jumping is that when you are in the air, you have way less control and your speed of the aim actually speeds up and it's way more uncontrollable. Plus, you can't aim in the air to ADSing, and of course us on controller, the whole point of having aim assist is we can aim in and abuse it. So we need to abuse that factor on console, so rather than just flicking and jumping around, what you're going to be doing is actually strafing across the floor left to right. And now what this will do is keep us crouching, moving left to right, being agile as much as possible, as much as we could close to jumping. Unfortunately, you do not want to be jumping though, because obviously you can't. So instead, just crouch left to right, moving, and then aiming in as soon as you shoot. What this will do is give you the advantage of aim assist on your controller, and you obviously will still be having the benefits of jumping, avoiding people's shots by strafing left to right. So definitely remember this when you ever get into a fight and you don't have any builds separating you and it's just a one-on-one with two shotguns. Just go left to right, crouching up and down, and it will actually avoid many shots, and I can guarantee you so many people will not know what to do and they'll hit little shots, pretty much no shots at all. Okay, so this next technique is actually really useful and it's called barrel stuffing. And a lot of pros actually use this, so definitely do not be worried to use this and think anyone will call you a noob, because even myself personally, I use it. Because at the end of the day, you've got to think about it. If you get a kill in Fortnite, it's still a kill no matter how scummy it could be. So if you want to be the scum of the earth and just get free kills pretty much all the time, it's by just barrel stuffing. Now you could also call this W king or whatever you want to call it, but if you just to sit outside of a box normally and just shoot, you'll also most likely get shot back, maybe scuff a couple shots, hit the wall and whatnot, and it's not too great honestly in my opinion, just sitting outside of a box and trying to shoot in. You have to have really good and fine-tuned aim for that, and honestly on console sometimes it can be hard, especially with input lag. So the best thing to do is just to get in people's faces as much as possible. So you can use the exploit I just showed on screen when you put the stair above your head and edit through the wall just by breaking it as soon as you hit your head on the roof, and then as soon as you get in that box, just push it against the person and you're forced to hit them, because obviously if you're right in someone's face, you can't miss your shots because you can't exactly be looking anywhere else other than in their face because you're so close to them. So the best technique if you're ever in a box, just push them as hard as you can and get super in their face and you'll hit so many headshots, trust me. In this next clip here I'm showing you, I actually just get in this person's face and attack him and he doesn't know what to do with himself and he feels super under pressure. So if you've currently used all my tips, you're going to be coming against pros and you're going to need to start hitting headshots. To win your fights with shotguns when you come against good players, most of the time you'll both be hitting good headshots that will do for a lot of damage. So we need to be making sure that every shot is a headshot. And now some people don't think about this when actually fighting a player, but it's actually just to think about looking at the actual head of someone when you're fighting. For some reason, I seem to just look at the body and just think, okay, a good body shot will do. But if you're fighting and you don't have a lot of HP and you need to clutch up, hitting them in the body is not going to do anything. You need to be looking at their head and thinking about the fact that I want to keep my ADS height level to their head. So that means no matter what the shot will be, it will always be a headshot. So the best tip I can have for this, if you ever come around a corner, as you can see in this clip here, I already have my ADS leveled at his head height. Now what this will do is give you an option to always hit the headshot, and you will never miss out on the opportunity. Now doing this will obviously make sure that you hit more damage headshots, and this will allow you to get faster kills and limbs and securing you that dub all of the time. This is definitely super useful, and you definitely need to be thinking about hitting that headshot and looking for the head, because I know a lot of players don't think about it and they just go for some crazy flick shot and they don't look at the head whatsoever or focus it. It's the main point, and that should be the place you're focusing and looking at, not the body. But anyways guys, that has been it for today's video. So if you have enjoyed, please do consider subscribing, because you've clearly enjoyed my tips. That means that you'd enjoy more tips in the future. So definitely make sure to turn on those notifications so you never miss another upload, and you can always get informed in new tips. Also do remember to join the notification squad so you can request your own personal tip video. Also guys, we are going for 500 likes, so if you could drop a like, that'd be really awesome and much appreciated. But other than that guys, please check out another one of my videos and learn even more about Fortnite and get even better and still improve. But other than that guys, see you in the next video.